this little tutorial, this install, works for the EG. This is a Del Sol. I also heard that this also works for Integras, and I'm not sure about what other Hondas this will work for, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing to replace mine. Alright, so I'm going to be taking off the stock steering wheel, and to do that you just need to pop this plastic off on the cruise control. Let me see if I can do it. And there's another little plastic piece on the left side. So this little plastic, and there's going to be a Torx screw in there. You're going to have to get that out. Like a little panel down here, you gotta unscrew it. There's just one little screw. Then that comes out, and you could disconnect your airbag. I also forgot to mention to disconnect your battery just in case the airbags blow or anything. 19mm bolt to take off. Ah, man. There it goes. You also want to have your steering wheel as straight as possible before doing this, before uninstalling it, so the other one would just go straight on. Got that one off, a little hard. Then there goes your stock steering wheel. Go ahead and trash it, do whatever you want to do with that. You can sell it, airbags are worth money. Next you want to take off the column cover. There should be 3 screws. I only got 2 on it right now because race car. Now you want to take off these 3 screws to take off the SRS reel. Actually, a while back I had cut the cable because I couldn't figure out how to disconnect it. I just put quick disconnect on it. But yeah, I don't know if there is an easier way, to be honest. That's what I did. And just disconnect right here. Now you can get rid of this. Just take out these 3 little screws in here. It's like a little windmill looking thing. Yeah, there's 3 screws, 1 on top, 2 on the bottom side. Alright, now here's to make the horn work, right? I already made all the wires and everything. But if I could slide this out. So I made this with I believe it's 16 gauge wire. I cut off the little blue insulation around it, and then I crimped it on, and that piece is going to slide into here. It's empty, as you can see. You can just slide it in there as if it was a real connection. Like, it looks pretty OEM, you know. So you slide it in there, and on the other end you have the male connection and just a little bit of wire. Now here's the part that I never seen anyone explain on the internet. I had to figure this out on my own, finding a hot wire. But here on this plug, as you can see, if you have this plug that connected to your SRS reel, you're gonna cut the blue wire. I left a little bit on there, so if I ever have to, I could just take off some of the insulation and put a a connection on it, so I could just reconnect it. But what I did, I cut a little bit farther up on the insulation so I could tuck in this this SRS. Hold on, let me lower the camera. So I could tuck in this whole wire loom. I'll find out what I'm going to do with it later, because I do want it to where I could throw on the OEM steering wheel again. I'll probably just leave it tucked in here, to be honest. But anyways, so I took out the blue wire a little bit farther down the insulator, and then I took out the wire and I put a female connection on it. And it is the blue wire with the green stripe. So if you have the same connection as I do, you're going to have to cut that one. And for now, I'm just going to tuck in that little wire loom. And so at this connection, I'm going to have it go inside of the metal here. Let's see. And I'm just going to connect it right up to the blue wire. And that will be your hot wire. And go ahead and wrap that up with tape, so if it touches any metal, your horn doesn't accidentally go off. So here's the combination switch. Here's the shoehorn I bought from Honda. I'll post the the part number in the description. And so all I had to do was bend the sides a little bit, and then cut a little strip off on the side. There's a little hole here, but the hole doesn't line up, so you're gonna have to cut on the left of the hole, just like with wire cutters. And then there's a hole right here that you could fit a screw in there. Just find a screw that fits and put it in. And so yeah, the shoehorn connects perfectly right here, comes up. Like I said, you got to bend it a little bit to make it fit. Go ahead and cut the shoehorn a little bit off on the side, and then that's where you're going to contact ground with your steering wheel. And now that we have all the wire together and everything, I could go ahead and put it on. Make sure you get a good connection with that horn wire from the plug. I'm going to go ahead and tape that up. Alright, so everything's all in, screwed in. Next, on the JDM steering wheel, here's the steering wheel. You're going to want to wipe off the old grease that was on here on the brass part, and put some new grease on it. Just spread it on. Anyways, so the hardest part, I could never find anyone that could tell me how to put on a JDM steering wheel. I kept trying to figure it out, but I didn't know that the H emblem comes out. So that cleared up a whole bunch of mess for me. So you're just going to put it on like you took off the other one. Get it straight. There it is. Make sure your horn works. And it works. And if your shoe horn isn't touching the back of the steering wheel, just bend it a little bit, and just till it touches, I mean. And that's how you install a JDM steering wheel in a Del Sol. Hope this helped y'all guys with y'all cars, and good luck.